What's good, people? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zamir from XCC Tunes. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's been a while since I upload any video. I was really busy and stuff happened, it's pandemic, a lot of challenges, but I'm back now and I'm really thrilled and excited to give you guys lots of awesome music production tutorial, especially Cubase 12 tutorial. Cubase 12 is a beast and I'm really having fun learning all those new features. I'm going to share with you guys this one little trick that I do to get rid of writer's block. Okay, if you ever get writer's block when you're making music, use this technique to get rid of it. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. The first thing to do is go to the loops and samples that you have. For this tutorial, I'm going to just use the one that comes with Cubase. Right, there's a lot of awesome samples that we can find from this folder here, loops and samples. Okay, so the one that I took today is from the Soul Assembly. Okay, this is a really wonderful chord progression, and let me just play it for you. Right, so that's an amazing chord progression. There's a lot of chords used in this samples. I have another samples here. This is one of my samples. I do make my own samples. This is for my own use. Sometimes I flip my own samples when I make beats. So this is one of my samples. I'm gonna play for you. Simple chord progression, and there's a melody on top of this chord progression. Okay, now you have these samples. The next thing you got to do is to add a chord track. Okay, in Cubase 12 there's this feature where you can drag any chord patterns, and Cubase chord track will identify what chords was used for those samples. Right, I was really impressed with the way chord tracks are able to identify those chords. So here I'm going to just show you first with my own sample. Right, so there's a melody that comes with this sample. So this is why I choose this sample. These samples only use chords. I'm going to drag this guy up here. So B minor and E minor. Right, this is the chord progression that chord tracks identified. Right, so B minor and E minor, these are the two chords used in these samples. Let's check if it's correct. Okay, I'm going to drag this down to the instrument track here. I'm going to see if it's aligned properly. Okay, now I'm going to play this solo. Okay, and I'm going to play the chords. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play both these tracks together. And if there's any clashes, right, when it comes to melody or note, we can hear it. If this is a wrong chord progression, we can hear that there's some kind of cluttered notes within both of these chords and the samples. So let's check it out, all right? It sounds really good. Okay, let me just copy and paste this. B minor and E minor was used in these samples. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the other samples. This samples contains quite a lot of chord progression, so I'm gonna need a little bit more space here. Let me just delete this one, and let me just move this guy so we're not distracted. Okay, so I'm gonna drag this up. Okay, there's a lot of chords there. Okay, so we have G minor 7, A minor 7, B flat major 7, F, D minor, and C. Okay, so let us play the samples while looking at these chords. Right, if you notice, there's a chord here, right? So there's a chord here which was not identified by the chord track. Okay, if that happens, what you can do, you can just like select those chords, right, and then just drag them up. I'm sorry, you gotta cut that first and drag them up. Now we know, okay, this is D minor, right? And I believe the previous chord was also D minor, right? Okay, so now that is why that it didn't show that this is a D minor chord, because D minor was already here and they just used the same chord. So let's drag this down to the MIDI instrument track, and now let's mute this guy and play the chord. Okay, I feel like the last chord is kinda not correct, so I'm gonna play both the track together and let's hear it. Yep, it's the same chord. It's the correct chord, right? So that explains that chord tracks is really powerful. And by using these methods, we can just steal these chords from any samples and then make our own beat, right? I have this chord pattern here, and I don't want to use this sample. I can just mute this, and and then I can come here and then I can kind of change these chords and make it my own, right? So maybe F sharp major 7. Okay, so and then I can just play this. Okay, I'm gonna change this B minor 9, right? So okay, now I got some new idea. I can just delete that, or I can change the pattern, the rhythmic pattern, I mean. Alright, now I'm just going to drag this down here. Okay. Hey, that sounds dope. Okay, now I can just make a beat, like simple beat, right? I got that kick. I'm gonna add a snare. So I just made a simple beat using these technique, right? And I mean, this is what you can do when you're stuck with the writer's block. I would never have thought of these chord progression, honestly, if I didn't use these techniques, right? This is so powerful. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. If you guys find this video helpful, you know what to do. Please make sure to subscribe, turn on notification, and smash the like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video.